Hi everyone, this is Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today while I do some things from my Etsy shop. This is a folder that came with that really stiff file folder material, and I scanned it, and I thought that to use it in a journal it would be really good just to keep it on the paper rather than card, because card sometimes I think takes up too much room. So I did scan both sides. I thought I could do this, but of course it doesn't match up, does it? So anyway, so I'll just make two folds. So what I've decided to do instead then is to use this I got from a second-hand shop, and I'm going to use that to line the inside, and I think that will be fine because it is sort of give it a bit of stability, but it won't give it too much bulk. So we're going to cut that off, tear it off. And maybe tear that side off too. I tried to cut it with a knife from the book, but it's because of the way it's been stapled together. It's not really. It's been stapled together so well. I can't cut through it. So despite my best efforts of cutting it, it just didn't want to do it. So I had to tear it in the end. And because I was trying to match this up with the other ones I printed off, I just thought I would, you could still see the white where I cut out the slits in the folder, and I thought, oh, if I did some vintage photo you wouldn't be able to see it well, because it just didn't really work anyway. And I want to say thank you very much for all those people that have lately subscribed to me, and all those people that are still subscribed to me, and for all those people who continually watch my channel. I have a number of loyal followers, and I'm really grateful for those, and it's just really lovely that people take the time to make a comment or give me a thumbs up. It's just really nice of them to do that, because it makes me realise that I'm sort of doing things that interest you, which is good. Well, that looks alright. I could always do some vintage photo of this side, or I could cut them out again, or I could decorate it, but then it wouldn't be the same sort of look. So I'll do the same for, goodness, I don't know if you can hear that. The sun is shining, but it's raining. Outside the window, where my craft room is, the sun is shining. But yes, it's decided to rain quite heavily all of a sudden. So I'll try to speak up. I don't know if you can hear the rain. We have a what we call a colour bond roof, which is made of in the old days it would be made of tin. But it's steel, I think it is, aluminium. So like I said, this is from a technical electrical book, and I shared this on the 53rd day this week. It's amazing what you find sometimes, and I often come across magazines for manuals for cars, but this is the first time I've come across something like this one. Anyway, I want to apologise for this coughing, because every time I start talking on my YouTube channel, it makes my voice sort of go. So excuse me a minute. Hopefully that'll help. Because the folder was so old that didn't sort of stay together, folded down the bottom, so I think I might have to do a what they call them, hinge. So that goes like that, that goes like that. So I need a hinge here. Let's do a hinge. Oh, hopefully this will be, it's not long enough. Long enough. Because of the way I cut it, it's just, I could use washi tape, I suppose. It's just because it's not, it's too thin. Well, that might be alright. And it stopped again. As soon as it started, it's crazy. I can hear we had a bit of wild weather. This will come out Friday. We had wild weather on Sunday. This is Sunday today. I'm recording this. Had a few ideas on the go, so I wanted to do them while I had them in my head. Don't know if this is going to work because it's too bit narrow. We'll see. Whoop. It's lined up a bit better. Is that lined up there? This one's sort of longer than the other. Try that. I knew it. Knew it. It's not really hinges, it's like a bridging piece of material, of paper. I don't know what I use the word hinge for, it's not really hinge. Try and tie it up a bit here. I think it'll get worse really. So just need to tie it up a bit here. But if I do that, I'll probably cut the hinge. What do you think? That's better. That's better. Just need to tighten it up a bit here. Cut that out there. And then you've got your folder for file folder for your journal. Quick and easy. Done. Love it. You could even create it as a little page in your journal, something a little bit different. So that's it. Hopefully, I've not done digitals before. I've just done a few, and I've got a few in my Etsy shop. So hopefully, that'll work. If it doesn't, give me a whee. I really hope it works, because I've never done one. Like I said, I've never done a digital before, so I've done a few. Not very expensive. My digitals are really quite reasonably priced for this particular. I think this for this particular digital was $1. I think they're all about that price, $1. And if I wanted to, I suppose I could. I know what that's for. That's for the. Oh, do you know what I've done? I reckon I've stuck it down the wrong way. I think that. Oh no, that's stapled at the bottom though. That is stapled there. So maybe that is the top. I thought that was the bottom. But anyway, you could cut that bit, those bits out, if you wanted to, because that's how these were holes on the original folder. So you could cut them out if you wanted to. And there's a, as you can see, there was an original paper clip on there, so I kept that on there, and that's a really good feature on your file folder. So you could even put a real one there if you wanted to, like that. And then next one I'm going to do is this one. This comes on another with some other ephemera, and so do these. The reason I printed off this one, I printed off once. This comes with this one, the recipe, and I printed off twice. Reason being because this is a pocket here and there's a pocket there, so I thought if I cut that out we could make a pocket. So see if that works. I might have to do some hinges here. There's a line there, very faint line. I couldn't find the copyright on this, so I'm really hoping I'm not breaking any copyright rules here by sharing this for sale. No copyright, because I would have been given away for people's photographs, and there's a name on here as well from Broken Hill. So I thought that it would be relatively okay. So anyway, we'll see. So it's a Kodak photograph album. So just you could just use glue, or there was stitching on the original one, as you can see. You can stitch it if you wanted to. I do have a machine, but I don't know whether I'd feel confident about using that, but basically it's just putting that on there, create a pocket here for a little momentum. You can just even use some old photographs if you had some that you want to put in there, or whatever, photographs of flowers, whatever you wanted to use for. So that's the front. We'll stick that on the other side. And this was a paper folder. I was lucky enough to find it. Yeah, I was treasure hunting. Treasure hunting. It's a bit like that, isn't it, really? Looking for treasures where you go up shopping and second-hand book shopping, whatever. So I reckon I found this in a book that I picked up. So I was very lucky. You could always ink it around the outside if you wanted to, or just to get rid of that white edge, because sometimes when you photocopy on white paper, it just sometimes it's a bit hard to get rid of the white edge. I apologise for my voice. I don't know if I sound a bit funny to you or not. I just sound a bit croaky, a bit hard of volume. Is that the word I'm looking for? Depth. That's weird. That rain shower was quite heavy for about 2 seconds. It's gone, and the sun's still out. Yes, all of that side. I might have to use my vintage photo after all. Perhaps I should have lined it up a bit better. Oh, that's all right with a vintage photo. So this is another digital. Like I said, I printed the one off twice so I could create this pocket. Oops. That looks good. With a bit of vintage photo on it, just to cover up those white bits. And it was this colour as well, so I'm going to glue my pockets down. I think you're not supposed to try and put a sewing machine over it once you've glued it down, unless you glued it down differently. So, and this side. See, nobody would know that wasn't the real thing. Because, like I said, this was a paper one. And it's the same, this folder here, you could make it with card and it would be like the real thing. I might have to put some vintage photo on this one as well. It would just look like the real thing, and I just don't think anybody, probably a little bit thicker than the real thing actually. It was pretty thin when I had it before. So now I've got a pocket there and a pocket here to put some ephemera in, so you could just pop something in and you'd be right to go. So it just fits like that. On that side, one on that side, and one on that side. Yep, and there's your folder, all ready to go. So both of those items are in my Etsy shop. Like I said, they're only about $1 digital download, and you can always keep that for something else, make something else with that. And I'm actually quite pleased with the way that turned out. Thank you very much for joining me today. We'll see you again next time. Bye bye.